How do you cope with not being so physically attractive? Most of the time I forget about it. And then sometimes I remember and get real sad. But then I remind myself that it's not too important anyway and kinda forget about it again. Edit. Big thanks kind strangers for the gold and silver. I didn't know that so many people felt the same way. Try to dress as nicely as I can afford. Stay clean. Be friendly. Try to make people laugh, all things that can be done by choice. I used to think my unattractiveness would doom me to a life of loneliness, but I shocked myself and now have a normal, beautiful girlfriend. So the key is basically just not falling into the mindset of I'm ugly so nobody will ever want me. Edit. Grammar. By not trying to attract anyone. By going to the gym and working to make yourself into the person you want to be. Ugly faces are gym resistant. IDK man. I'm a hunchback janitor and I just sort of do my own thing. My wife likes me. My sons like me. Nobody else's opinion really matters. I put effort into my physical appearance anyway. Dress nicely. Style my hair. Try to be fit. Sometimes wear makeup. Few people are naturally attractive enough to look nice when they don't put in any effort. And few people are unattractive enough to not look nice when they try. I know so many people who complain about being unattractive. But what's really going on is that they've never put in any effort. In particular, I see tons of men who really just need to take care of their skin and get a flattering haircut. I go to the gym and take care of myself so I will at least be the best looking version of me. Can't help my face much, but at least I am in decent shape, which still gives me some points. I generally make an effort to avoid mirrors. The feels. I've been unable to truly look at myself in a mirror since I was a teenager and I'm in my 30s now. I try to only look at what I need to look at, such as my hair when I'm styling it before going out. But haven't actually let myself think about any other part of my reflection, if that makes sense. Hearing my mom say I'm a handsome guy and girls would be lucky to be with me. The voice in my head tells me my mother is lying. I personally avoid showing too much of what makes me insecure. For example, I have really crooked teeth, so I don't show them off that much. I do. But the most I do so is when I laugh. I try to often smile with my mouth closed to show off my dimples instead of my crooked teeth. I am also really skinny and have zero to no bobs, so I wear clothes that fit nicely, that distract that fact and accentuate the good parts about me. Sometimes you just have to overlook the bad stuff. Try to find parts that you like about yourself and make the most of it. Pretend not to care about the girl I kinda find attractive and act like an asexual moron. I've pretty much accepted that I'll die alone. My macro pen 15 doesn't help with it either. My hair ducking sucks. I'm losing bunch of them each day. I've got a dad bod, which is the only thing that can be improved. Never went on a date. Never got checked out by a girl, and usually when I approach a girl for any reason, I can already sense the disappointment from a distance. It's hard to generate confidence within. I just wank my way into oblivion and go through cycle of regret. No one's ever stated their interest for me, so I think I should just try to get my life together as much as possible and castrate myself. Just accept the fact and look on the bright side. At least PPL will mind their own business towards you and there will be no arguments about you. Hiding in my house and not going outside. How many wins you got in Apex Legends? I am not and have never been physically attractive. I have a lazy eye, a big forehead, an out of shape nose. My teeth are ducked because I could never afford to get braces. I'm short, chubby, and I've got scarring on my legs. But I learned to accept that. I take care of myself because I have every right to. Make sure to try new outfits and hairstyles so I get some confidence. And I try not to let what people say get to me too much. 1. Lost weight. 2. Bought new clothes. 3. Got new makeup. 4. Paid more attention to my posture. People often have no idea how much posture matters in attractiveness. It's not just body either. Standing up straight with shoulder back slims the neck and jawline, making your whole face look better. I just forgot how I looked in the past and I stopped caring about it. Although it really got hard for me the moment I found someone I like. I don't even try in the first place. It's not a simple matter of, oh, just lose weight and put some makeup on. I'd need full-on plastic surgery before I look even remotely feminine. My boyfriend thinks I'm attractive and strangers on the internet think I'm funny, so that's really all the validation I need. In my 20s I was just insecure. In my 30s I had also gained weight. But employment threw me into situations where I met a lot of people and I knew 2 men who nearly everyone liked. They were both very homely but very friendly, and I noticed one thing about them: they always made you feel good when you were around them. They smiled when they saw someone across a room and came right over acting like it had been years since they had seen you. They laughed at your jokes and made you feel that what you said was important. I learned that. I am now really old. Old enough to be many Redditors' grandmother. But I have a ton of friends and admirers. I have been engaged 4 times and followed through to marriage twice. 2 men after I was in my 50s pursued me enthusiastically. I absolutely am well groomed and cleanly dressed. I am also kind. And I make people feel good. And I am loved. Do I still feel insecure? Yup. I cringe at photos of my pudgy aging self. But I am successful and happy as long as you don't show me a picture, and I am never without friends. At a certain point, I decided, duck it. I am attractive. And then I started treating myself like I was attractive. I started buying clothes that I liked, not just clothes that were practical. And shoes that made me feel like I was queen of the world. I started playing with my hair. And doing fun stuff with it I had been afraid to do before. Because I was afraid it wouldn't look good. I started working out. And eating whatever I wanted. Because who gives a shit what my body looks like? As long as I feel good. I am not physically attractive. Not really. I have chubby cheeks. Stretch marks that will never go away. Bumpy. Red skin. An uneven hairline. Lots of scars. And a bit of a belly. But I have learned to accept myself as I am and treat myself as though I'm 100% hot stuff. And it has greatly increased my self-esteem. And it might just be the self-esteem. But it has also affected my relationships. I find that people treat me better now that I'm treating myself better. Humor and alcohol. I think the most painful part of it is to have a really beautiful character. But not to be able to show it to a lot of people. Because looks matter in the beginning. I kinda accepted the fact that I am not physically attractive. Sometimes it hurts when I think about not to find my other half. But I still want to enjoy my life. I learned to find happiness while being alone and also enjoy traveling alone. I'm not conventionally attractive. And I have never thought I was pretty. I think I've always been a bit jealous of all these naturally pretty girls who don't even have to make an effort. But in the last couple of years, I've started to see myself in a different light. And just generally liking myself more. I started to realize that it wasn't other people that told me I was ugly and unlikable. It was just the voice in my head. Or out loud telling self-deprecating jokes. Not listening to my mean voice. I started to hear other people saying good things about me. And I started telling myself good things. It doesn't work every day. But damn, it feels good to like myself. I'm nice. I'm funny. I'm good at my job. I'm a good friend. I'm smart. I'm caring. And you know what? I'm pretty the way I am. And so are you. Unfortunately, at some point we all have to realize that it's highly likely that we won't change on the attractive scale anytime soon. Personally, I focus on trying to be funny and witty because I know my looks will turn even lights off. There's only so much you can do about your physicality. You can work out. You can style your hair and wear nice clothes. But people really respond to a confident, charismatic personality. Learn to be who you are. And to be kind. Kindness is the single most attractive characteristic in a person. And if you foster your own kindness, people will notice. I've always thought that if I can't be physically attractive, I've just got to have an attractive personality. So anytime I like someone's character traits, I try to mimic those same traits that I found attractive, and eventually in doing this, I've become very likable. Work on yourself. Find new hobbies. Go to the gym. Meditate. Use the negative energy towards bettering yourself and make yourself more attractive. Not for anyone else, but for you. You got this. It all starts with confidence. I know I'm not ugly, but I'm mediocre. It sucks sometimes. BC no one really fought for my attention growing up, and I only really got hit on by people when my best friend was around. She's no knockout, but she has amazing bone structure in her face that is like a moth to flame when it comes to guys. So I grew up funny. I invested in being smart. And I made sure I was empathetic and personable. I've been dating my GF for 4 years now, so I assumed it worked. Neither of us are conventionally attractive. But she's also really smart and funny, and her inner self really makes me see how beautiful people can be when they are true to themselves. Doing my best to get as physical attractive as possible, working out every day, eating healthy, dressing in a way that enhances the good, hides the bad and shows some style. Also just staying positive. Being funny, kind and clever make up for lack of physical attractiveness most of the time. I honestly don't know if I'm attractive, but I tend to see people looking at me or staring at me. So honestly, I might be attractive, but I look like a frog in the wind to myself. Knowing that someone out there will still probably be physically attractive to me because everyone has different taste. You don't have to look like the popular models, because they're not everyone's flavor. Also, I try to look the best I can. Taking care of myself. Showering regularly. Skincare. Getting my hair cut. Trying to dress properly. Wearing some makeup when going out, etc.